fans, give him a look. It's game time.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, April the 12th, which means yes, tomorrow is finally the big day we've been waiting for, the spring game. We're finally going to get to see this team in action. And I know, hey, spring game, it's just glorified practice, whatever it is, but at least we're going to get to see it, okay? Like you guys saw that little clip I just posted there to start this video off. That was one of the scrimmages. It's a short little 30-second clip. We're seeing little snippets. That's all we've really been getting all spring. Not anything really concrete. Haven't seen much live action. So I'm super excited for the spring game. Super excited to see what this team looks like. It's really going to tell us a lot about the direction of this program and where we're heading moving forward. So super excited, super pumped about that. As far as what I hope to see in the spring game, what I'm looking for. Number one, just overall, generally, I want to see physicality, okay? If I don't see anything else, I want to see a physical football team at all three levels, okay? All three levels, all three phases. I want to see a physical team. I want to see O-line, D-line, knocking heads in there, getting some knockback, getting some pushback, moving the line of scrimmage, showing who's the real macho guys on the ball club, okay? Let's establish our O-line, D-line. It better be a physical, dirty, gritty, grimy, brutal bloodbath. Okay, I want to see Emmett Gooden, and I want to see Wanye, and I want to see Tatum, and I want to see Jerome Carvin and Ryan Johnson, and I want to see all these guys. Okay, Matthew Butler, Aubrey Solomon. I want to see all these guys going head to head and showing that we've improved our line of scrimmage play, because last year they may have been the worst in the country, especially offensively. Okay, so let's see some physicality. Let's see our linebackers, our running backs, some good collisions. Okay, I want to see our linebackers getting downhill, getting off blocks. I don't want to see anyone get blocked all game. Get off blocks and make tackling ball carrier. Let's see our ball carriers refusing to be tackled by one person. Going back to the Little League rule. One guy never brings it down. You know, run through tackles, get those yards. Let's see our safeties come down, fill those running lanes, playing fast, suffocating the offense, taking the air out of it. Corners, I want to see some physical. Press man, show them that you're ready to compete. I want to see Alontae Taylor and Bryce Thompson have big days. Okay, don't give up anything. Show the world, everyone's watching, show the world that we have the best two corners in the country and nobody's going to catch a pass on you guys all season long. Come out here and show it tomorrow. I'm looking to see who's that other safety opposite Nigel Warrior. Who's it going to be? Because I really don't know. Is it going to be Trayvon Flowers? It's going to be Theo Jackson? Who's going to step up and emerge as that guy? So that's something to look out for. And it's excited to see the offense. Excited to see what this kind of new system looks like. Everyone's saying it's very, very similar. But just want to see what type of routes are we running. How's the O-line look? Okay. Do they know who to block? Which is something that we're in week 12, 13, whatever it was last season. We still don't know who to block. I don't get it. So hopefully 2 years into it, these guys have started to figure it out and know who to block now. So hoping that we're not missing assignments. I just don't want to see guys just running through clean, unblocked. You know what I mean? Like no one knew they had the guy. I don't want to see that. Okay, D-line whips you, they whip you. But let's at least be blocking the right person. If I see that, that's encouraging. Let's see if someone's going to step up out of the receiving corps. I've heard Josh Palmer's. I've heard that he's had a great spring. Figured he would. He looked good last season. Juwan Jennings, expect to see him do some things. Marquez Callaway. But let's see who else steps up. I expect Murphy to do something for us. I want to see Cedric Tillman, big 6'3" guy we got last season. What's he going to do for us? want to see some of these new guys. I don't think Ramel Keaton's going to play, but just want to see who else is going to step up, because we know once Palmer and Jennings are gone, once Jennings and Callaway are gone, we're really unproven there besides Palmer. So we need some other guys to step up there. And then going back to safety, I also forgot to mention D'Angelo Gibbs, another guy that's potentially going to take that spot opposite Nigel Warrior. So excited to see him as well. I'm going to see if I can pull up the depth chart for you guys. I came across that earlier today, and it had that laid out, and it was kind of surprising, actually. It kind of surprised me a little bit, just because starting defense, it was Daniel Batuli, and then I forget who the other inside back was. I think it was like Shannon Reed and Salon Page, and then the other team is Will Ignat is starting. So he's starting on the second defense, which to me is kind of weird, and I'm wondering what the rationale behind that is. And I'm just gonna have to assume that they're trying to give Will Ignat, maybe give him a chance to prove that he can lead a team by himself. I don't know. I mean, it's really kind of surprising to me. All right, got it up. As you can see, we have first team offense here. Of course, JG. We got Ty Challen, Tim Jordan, Eric Gray, Carlin Fields, AIM. And so I'm assuming that if you see this italics here, these italics just means that it's that they're not going to actually participate. Is what I'm going to assume here. Callaway, Palmer, Brandon Johnson. So no surprises there. Donwood, Anderson, Austin Pope, Princeton Fan. No surprises. Wani Moore starting at left tackle. Hey, go ahead. Let's see how it looks here. Most important position on the O-line, arguably, and he's getting a start there in the spring game. Does not mean he's going to be starting when the season starts, but it's saying something that they have him starting there. I think it also kind of says something moving forward when Darnell Wright gets here. You imagine he's going to insert into this lineup. It says that Darnell's probably going to be either playing guard or playing right tackle, just because if they knew they were going to put Darnell at left, they would have Wanye at right. But looks like they're going to have Wanye on the left. They may have both guys on the left. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, because Darnell's one of those guys who can play either tackle or either guard. So it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of inserts in there. But no major surprises here. Jameer at left guard. Rajan Calbert, a guy who, if you watch my videos, I've been raving about this guy. Big number 74. He's about 6'5", 6'6", 330 pounds, and carries it well. I'm excited to see him in action. Hope he has a great day. Great to see him with the ones. And then Marcus Tatum's a guy who's putting a lot of weight. Can't wait to see what he's going to do for us as well. Looking at the first team defense here. Emmett Gooden, Matthew Butler, Aubrey Solomon, John Mincy. No surprises there for me. Of course, Emmett Gooden will be a guy. Matthew Butler's a guy who, big number 94, I've also been raving about him as well. Trace Rocker came out a couple days ago and said he's been the big surprise of the spring for him. He really likes what he's doing. He's doing things exactly the right way. He's expecting him to have a big season and step up, and I've been seeing that even since last year. I said this guy's going to come in here and replace whoever we lose, because he can play ball. So happy to see him. Of course, Aubrey Solomon, can't wait to see what he does for us. John Mincy's a guy, big number 99. He actually looks pretty decent out there. He looks like a slender kind of guy. Looks like more of a rush type specialist. So we'll see if he gets after the passer at all for us. And of course, Darrell Taylor, DeAndre Johnson. And this is what I was talking about here. Excuse me, Daniel Batuli. And then Shannon Reed. Daniel Batuli and Shannon Reed and Salon Page as the inside backers for the first team defense. I'm not sure what's going on there, because Shannon Reed's a guy who, just off who's on the roster right now, you say, well, and I'm just talking about who's active. You say, well, Daniel Batuli. You say, Will Ignat. You say, Crouch. And then maybe Shannon Reed. And if he's healthy, I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. But before Shannon Reed, you say J.J. Peterson. So I'm not sure why they have Shannon Reed and Salon Page as the other backers there on the first team. It's interesting, but I'm sure there's a rhyme and a reason for it. But I don't think it's because those guys are actually better than Ignat and Crouch and those guys. It's just, for whatever reason, they're doing that for whatever reason. And then, of course, Alontae Taylor, Bryce Thompson holding it down at corner. Ben McKinnon's in italics, which means he's probably not going to play. And then, of course, Warrior, Trayvon Flowers, Theo Jackson, Cheyenne Labreza. So we'll see who takes that other spot opposite Nigel Warrior. Jeremy Banks get a chance to kind of show what he can do on that second team offense. I want to see what Tyler Bird's going to do, man. He's a guy who's been there forever. Hopefully finally has a season this year. Jordan Murphy, of course, like what he does. Jacquez Jones is a guy who's shown some quickness. Wears number 21, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait to see him. Ramil Keaton is not in italics, so maybe he is going to play. I don't know why I thought he was hurt. I guess I was mistaken. Cedric Tillman, another guy. Excited to see him. I want to see Big Jackson Lowe and Big James Brown. He looks good. Wears number 84. He looks good in practice. See what he does here in the big game. Jacob Warren, I think he's like 6'6", 6'7". I want to see what he's going to do for us. Jarius Abercrombie, big number 79. Big body guy. He's another guy who looks like he's about 6'5", like 330. Big body guy. Want to see what he does for us. Chris Akparogane, true freshman at IMG Academy. Very raw guy. He's only playing football for a few years, but good size on him. He's gotten a lot bigger. He's a strong guy, pretty athletic. Just like I said, very, very raw. So really want to see him because he's probably the biggest project on the entire team right now. Just kind of a very raw guy who has a lot of upside, but kind of as is isn't going to help us much. But if he can continue to improve and progress, he can really be a force for us and be an NFL prospect. So want to see what he does. Jerome Carvin's another guy. I actually thought maybe he should have been on that first team O-line because I think he is one of our top 3 O-linemen. I think if you say, just assuming everybody's healthy, you say Trey Smith. Probably say, Wanye or one of those guys. And then I say Jerome Carvin. I mean, he's up there. He's one of our most consistent guys. So I'm not sure why he's on second team, but I guess just to give him a look at center, see how he does there. And no surprises there, Locklear and Nihas. And then second team defense, Big Kingston Harris, another big bodied guy. I think he's a redshirt freshman. That guy's like 6'4", 6'5". Looks like he's about 330 as well. Jaquan Blakely, I want to see what he does. Bumpus. Greg Emerson's another guy who I'm excited about. He looks very good in practice, just the way he looks. He looks like a ball player. See how he does. Excited to see him. Big number 90. Jordan Allen, will he finally show up or not? To be determined. He hasn't given us a thing. He was a big-time prize recruit. JUCO guy. Hadn't done nothing for us. Let's see if he finally shows up. It says something that he's still a second-team guy. They got DeAndre Johnson right now ahead of him, so he's going to really need to step up and do something here and show that he's a ball player and try to win a spot. Kevon Bennett's a guy who I like him a lot. Number 95. I think he's the one that moved actually from D tackle. He came from D tackle to outside backer, and he actually pretty good playing it last season. More number 95, if I'm not mistaken. He can play ball. And then second team linebackers, not better than first team. I have Will Ignat and Kavaris Crouch. AJ Peterson looks like he's in italics, so he's not going to play. But having Crouch and Ignat, they should be able to stuff the run. They should be able to stuff the run. I want to see how Crouch looks in space, see if he can cover, see if he knows what to do, see if he can fly around and make tackles in space. And Will Ignat, I expect him to have a big season. Again, him being on second team, I don't think it means anything. I think he's still a first team guy. Not sure why he's on the second team, honestly. We can speculate all we want, but I'm really just not sure about that. Probably get asked about it in the post-game press conference, but Ignat's a guy who's going to have a great season. He looked great in the second half of last season. His high school film, like I've said before, was phenomenal, and I was super excited about him. Was let down during his 2 freshman season. Didn't really see much out of him, and then started off pretty poorly last season, but he really picked it up. He's trimmed down this offseason. He can move around. He looks good and nimble. Expecting him to have a big season, have a big game. Watch him to fly around out there. Warren Burrell, a true freshman guy out of North Gwinnett High School right here in Gwinnett County, and he had a couple turnovers in the last scrimmage, I believe, an interception and a fumble recovery. Expect to see him do some things for us. A guy who I don't expect to contribute much for us this season, just because of his size, his stature. But if we need him to come in and play, I think he can, and he can give some good minutes if we need him. Malik Gray, big-time recruit, a guy who I was super excited about at safety. He's about 6'2", 205, great size on him, but it hasn't really flourished yet. He's I think he's a redshirt sophomore this season. So hope to see him do something this year, step up and contribute. Terrell Bailey has been there for a while, hasn't done much for us. Then D'Angelo Gibbs, like I said before, I'm excited to see him. I've heard some great things about him. He seems to be kind of going in the right direction there. I know the offensive and defensive coaches have been kind of fighting over who's gonna get to keep him. Both sides of the ball want him. He's done great on both sides of the ball. Switch over the defense this week. He's already had a couple turnovers. So I mean, he could play anywhere for a safety or receiver and be an impact guy. So we'll see how he looks out there. Super excited. He's a prototypical safety, just what Pruitt likes. A guy can cover and tackle, can play all positions. So we'll see what he does for us there. Sean Schamberger, of course, we all know him. He's been there for a while. Tank McCullough, a guy who I'm excited about. I think he's a real thumper. Want to see if he at least lays some wood out there. I know he's a little tight in his hips. See if he's improved that a little bit and how he looks covering in space. Brandon Davis, I believe he was a guy we brought on last season, and Tice Fields. Doesn't look like he's in italics, so I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. But if he is playing, I'm super excited to see him because he was one of my favorite recruits from this class this past season. So that's the starting roster. That's who we're going to see on the field, and I just can't wait to see it, man. I want to see how those guys compete. I want to see how this new offense looks. I want to see how these coaches are interacting and engaging with these players, how they're coaching them up on the sideline. If a guy makes a mistake, if a guy's walking on the freaking field, if he's walking off the freaking field, whatever he's doing, are they getting in this guy's face about it? And, I'm just super excited, man. Cannot wait. I will be locked in front of my TV, 6 p.m. You better believe it, with a cold beer in my hand. I'm going to watch every second of this game. I'm going to record it. I'm going to watch it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You better believe in it. So, cannot wait, man. Cannot wait. Super excited about it, man. But let me know you guys' thoughts, man. If you're going to go to the game, hey, comment below. We'll give you a shout out, pat you on the back, whatever it is. Pruitt's been saying all spring he wants to sell this thing out. If you're in the area, hey, what else are you doing for your day? If I was up there in Knoxville, you better believe I'd be there at the game. Okay, but I'm not there, so I won't be able to make it. But, let's try to get this thing sold out, make it a game-like electric atmosphere, and, because it's a big recruiting weekend for us, too. We're going to have some big-time recruits there on campus. So it's a big-time recruiting opportunity for us, one of the biggest recruiting opportunities we have. So, everyone's coming to the spring game. Let's make sure we make that thing electric. Try to help this team bring on some talent so we can compete and go win a national championship like we all want to do. But that's all I got today, man. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll be posting my spring game recap and my spring recap here shortly after the spring game. So stay tuned for those.